If you ever watched National Lampoon's Vacation, you are well acquainted with the chaotic madness of a road trip vacation fueled by pure, unrelenting determination. Our recent vacation almost mirrored the classic Chevy Chase film. However, instead of tracking down Marty Moose, my wife and I were on a quest to see the Atlantic Puffins. Our adventure kicked off with a grueling 16-hour drive from Ohio to the rugged coast of Maine. We finally rolled up to Bar Harbor, just outside Acadia National Park. We immediately hit our first roadblock, a total lack of parking. Out of options, my wife dropped me off on the shoulder of the road so I could trek to the ticket booth and check on the availability of the Puffin cruises. Essentially, the only way to see the Puffins, because they live offshore around this area in Maine, was in a boat. We didn't reserve spots ahead of time because we wanted to find out more about the tours. When I reached the counter, the clerk asked how he can help me. I braced for the worst, expecting him to say the tours were completely booked for the week. The reality, however, was just as bad. He explained that an incoming storm was expected to whip up 9-foot waves, meaning no boats would leave the dock for days. Refusing to admit defeat, I booked a slot for Friday morning, the absolute last day of our trip, and crossed my fingers hoping the trip would not be canceled. To make matters worse, our muffler fell off on the evening before the early morning trip, leaving me to repair it in an auto parts store parking lot, which did absolutely nothing to calm my nerves. A high wave advisory remained active until 2 a.m. on Friday morning. We had to leave early to find a place to park, and when I nervously called the tour office, they confirmed that the morning whale watching excursion had already been canceled, but miraculously, our early morning puffin tour was still a go. To safely navigate the remaining 4 to 5 foot swells, the tour company upgraded everyone to the largest whale watching vessel. We slammed through the rough seas toward Petite Manin Island, and lo and behold, there they were, the Atlantic Puffins. We saw them. We saw them. The captain kept a safe distance from the rocky shore as the boat pitched violently on the rolling waves. I did manage to take some pictures and video, even though they will certainly never grace the pages of National Geographic, but at least I got some pictures. The best way to describe the experience is trying to photograph a pigeon-sized bird from 150 feet away while riding a roller coaster. Even so, I managed to snap 2 decent clear shots. I was absolutely thrilled. The really good photos in this video are from the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service Public Domain Digital Library. After a lifetime of anticipation, I finally crossed the Puffin off my bird-watching bucket list. Meet the Atlantic Puffin, the clown of the sea, sporting a sharp black and white tuxedo and a massive colorful beak. These resilient birds divide their time between rocky cliffs on islands in the North Atlantic for breeding and the open ocean for winter. Want to spot an Atlantic Puffin? Plan your trip like we did in July, but maybe you reserve a spot between mid-May to mid-August when these seabirds head to rocky cliff islands to build their nests, which is usually under boulders or inside of rocky crevices lined with twigs and grass. They only lay 1 egg. After leaving their crowded summer breeding colonies, these birds spend the next 8 months living a largely solitary existence. They migrate independently across the open ocean, drifting on waves and foraging either alone or occasionally with a single companion. Spending most of their lives on the open ocean, Atlantic Puffins only come ashore to breed. On land, they tilt from side to side in a penguin-like waddle walk. Underwater, these birds fly, propelling themselves with their wings and steering with their feet. They typically forage in shallow waters, though they can dive as deep as 200 feet. Atlantic Puffins eat small fish, around 2 to 6 inches in length. They stay close to home during the breeding season, hunting in shallow waters within 10 miles of the colony. These skilled divers can catch several fish at once, holding them crosswise in their beaks. The other bonus to the trip were the hundreds of seals that we saw, which I'll do another video on, porpoises, dolphins, jellyfish, and the beautiful lighthouses and Maine's rocky coasts. Enjoy, everyone, as we cruise back to Bar Harbor, Maine. Thank you for watching my video. Take care.